So to get you started off on your nature journal habit, I just wanted to share some inspirations of my mini journals. So when I started off, this is back in 2009, it was certainly super easy to start. I actually just traced this leaf and then I filled in the colors. And to make nature journaling even easier, I even, there were times when I would actually grab the flower or the plant and actually just tape it right inside my nature journal. Of course, I love doing landscapes. Sometimes I add some poetry in there. Also, I love doing maps. And of course, and this is, I find interesting things in nature that I don't really know what they are, like a gull, and so I'll come home and research them and journal them and put them in and explore and learn more about maybe the acorns or the gulls or different plants in my own community. And of course, I love journaling my different trips, adventures, going different places so I can remember hikes and camping trips that I've taken. And I record, all sorts of wind and temperature and light and smells. And the reward is not just the finished page, but the process you took to slow down and view and understand the nature around you and to remember it better. I would invest in a nice bound journal book you can buy that has paper thick enough to hold what's called a light watercolor wash. If you get something lighter paper, it may not handle watercoloring if you want to do watercolor, and watercoloring is pretty magical if you've ever worked with it. And so if you're going to do watercolor, just, you can buy almost any watercolor set. And then when you do watercoloring in the field, I like to use Jack's method of the sock, which is you take, you get a water paintbrush that has the water built into the brush, and you can simply put it, get the paint, apply it to your picture, and then to rinse, you simply wash and push the water through the thing, and now you have a clean watercolor brush, which you can't do with trying to balance a cup of water on your leg. So basic watercolor brush, sock, watercolor kit, and nicely bound journal. When I'm ready to go, I just grab it off the door and I'm out the door and out in nature, and I've got it with me, accessible all the time, 24/7. You can journal anywhere. On your next neighborhood walk, gather a set of acorns or leaves or bring them back to the house to journal. These local items are the best items to journal. They give you a better sense of place that is local to help you feel connected. I'm going to fill in the basic patterns that I see on the leaves and the veins, how they kind of are connected here. I don't have to be exact, but close enough. Fill in my gaps here, and grab now my watercolor paintbrush with a water-filled one, and I have my sock that I've created by mixing different colors here for my palette. And if I need to get a little bit of water off, compare it with my leaf. And it's kind of dark green, maybe with some, clean out the watercolor brush. See a little bit of yellow veins that I maybe want to put on, so I'll grab some yellow. You might want to let the watercolor dry a little bit before you do this, but just to show you how you can quickly change colors with this brush. And notice how you could do this while sitting down. And I like to kind of finish my drawing with maybe a little bit of blue around the outside of the item, just to give it a little more finished look. And maybe I lastly want to border my element in my journal with some notes, and maybe I'll add some text here. Oak tree leaf. I always measure the quality of my summer by the number of nights I spend in a sleeping bag under the stars. So hopefully you can start your habit, nature journaling today, and you too can end up with a journal set like this. Have fun.